Are you aware just how tall you are? I suppose you have a point there. Then you can sit in my lap. Anyway, next up, Book 3, An Inverted Fest. Oh boy. 50 lessons, okay. Chapter 1, I'll look around. Da, 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 da. Yay! Woohoo!
Is this where we're supposed to meet up? Everybody better be here.
Oh, there you are. Did all of us actually arrive on time? No, that's a rare occurrence.
Took you guys long enough. Crowds have been totally overwhelming.
Well, this is the central square for the festival. There are bound to be crowds. Aren't the decorations impressive? The main event will be held on that stage. Now, this festival is a particularly important ritual in the Shaftland's history, set to date back to before the advent of magic. Here we go, another interminable lecture.
Is that tent over there the stage? The biggest one? There are a bunch of smaller tents around too.
The smaller ones had little performance and merch and stuff.
Say, Professor Train, since we're doing a fieldwork and all, could we take a look around the square? Well, I don't see why not. We have a bit of time before the show starts. Alright, everyone can go and observe the festivities. Nice. Hey, Yana, Grim, are there any tents you want to check out? Aw, Deuce immediately coming to his friends.
If you look to the right, there's a most fascinating sight. Oh hey, what's that over on the left?
I'm gonna... choices. Well, I'm gonna go right, because I'm a fan of Melius. But, you know... Idiot fans will probably go left.
Ah! Monster alert! And it's got super long legs!
Those are stilts. That is almost assuredly an ordinary human in a costume. The human climbs on top of the poles and then walks on them to make themselves look exceedingly tall.
Huh. So if I use those things, I'd be taller than you, Horntown.
Why are you trying to compete with Melius?
Oh ho. Care to try me? Were I to give it a proper effort, I doubt someone of your stature would tower over me even with the aid of stilts.
Yeah, he could turn into a dragon, you know.
What do you mean, a proper effort? Can you make yourself grow taller or something?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Ooh, imagine just a random dragon appearing.
What's with that smirk? We're getting real cheeky, Horntown. In that case, I'll make you now get on the stilts and I'm right on top.
I don't think even then we would still be smaller. What do we take here? Would that even give you a shot? I don't think so.
I suspect an extra person or two wouldn't really improve your chances.
Ooh. Yeah.
If I still couldn't win, I'd throw Deuce in too.
So busy here. There are so many different showcases. I doubt I could catch all of them. You know, let me know if there's anything else you're interested in. Oh, I just saw something curious come out of the tent way over there.
Hey, you know, let's check out that tent up front.
Oh no! Ah! Making me choose between my people. I'm gonna go over the other options anyway, so no worries about that. But let's go with Azul's suggestion for now.
Whoa, what's that guy thinking? He's walking across a rope that's way high up.
It's called tightrope walking. I've never seen someone do it in the middle of a city.
I've heard of such performances, but I've never seen one before. balancing a long pole in both hands while walking across a single piece of rope. It's patently absurd. Walking on the ground isn't enough for them? They have to walk in the air too? Should I go for the Jade answer or the Floyd answer? I kinda wanna go for the Floyd answer. Exciting, isn't it? You call this exciting? My goodness, Yanel, you're more daring than you look. Either way, surely there's some safety net I simply can't see. But even with that knowledge, my palms are still getting sweaty just watching this.
The wind's blowing hard too. Now the rope's wobbling. Ah, look out! He's gonna fall!
I simply don't understand it. How can someone rely on so heavily on their legs when they only have 2 of them? And with no suction cups to boot. You miss your legs. Azul and Grim are both equally absorbed watching this. And that's not something you see every day. Those people in front of the tent over there. I think I've seen them before. Oh? Maybe the students from the school? Chapter 2. Let me sit on your lap. Okay, what? I see some familiar faces over by the tent there. Oh! I forgot about them. Oh, I forgot! Royal Sword Academy! Those are Royal Sword Academy students, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you're right. There's Nage, and he's surrounded by a bunch of townsfolk. I see Chenya as well. I wasn't expecting to run into him here. There are more of them too. The whole area's crawling with sparkly Royal Sword Academy prince archetypes. I guess all the preppies turned up for the social too, huh? Night Raven is not okay with this. They stand out, even these vast crowds. That's Royal Sword Academy for you, I suppose. They don't have costumes though, so that's funny. I see some other people I know as well. I guess a lot of arcane academies came for the social. This show is supposed to be the centerpiece of the festival. I'm sure it's on every school's itinerary.
Hey, someone came out at the center stage.
Looks like the festivities are starting. Everyone have a seat at the tables. With the bench seating, there is enough room for 6 people at each table. I'll sit with Professor Train. I'm sure it'll be quite educational. Aren't we like 14 with Train? Yeah, I'll sit at that table too. That way I don't get stuck as the odd guy out. Very well. Yuna, come join us. You could stand to learn more about this world. Sure, why not? Then I shall join your table as well. I'd like to hear Yuna's thoughts and everything. Aww. Well, that's nice. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all.
Hey, I'm sitting next to my hench Ewan. Someone's gotta look after them.
You sit on my lap. Is that right? Then I shall sit next to you, Grim. I trust you won't mind.
I guess, if you insist.
Now, hold on! I would also like to sit at my Alicia's table and hear his insights. Nope. Sit elsewhere, Grim, and I shall take your place. That will make 6.
You're not the boss of me. I don't really care where I sit, but I don't like your tone, so nah, I ain't moving.
Have you no appreciation for what an honor it is to sit next to the great Malleus? That seat is wasted on you. Yikes, here we go. Another endless circular argument over something completely trivial. Someone doesn't step in here, we're never gonna get the seating figured out. Ba-ba-ba. How about we settle this with rock, paper, scissors? Oh ho, a simple and straightforward approach. Very well, Grim, to battle. 1, 2, 3, shoot. What?
Woohoo! I win!
Well, Sebek, you lost. Ugh, how bitter defeat tastes. That's what you get for leaving your fate up to chance. If you don't want to lose, you should be better prepared. Ah, so this is where Night Ribbon College students are sitting. Hello, Flamme. Are you touring the festival as well? Yes, it's part of my duties as Student Council President, since I invited all of the schools. Might I join your table? I'd enjoy the chance to chit-chat with you all. By all means, you're more than welcome.
There's not enough space, however.
Oh, that's an easy solve. Grim can sit in your nails lab. That's what I suggested from the beginning. Sebek's like, what? What? Why? Oh, of course. Any opportunity to chat with a Noble Bell College student is an honor. I'd be glad to have you join us.
Aw, man, I don't want to be stuck on someone's lap.
I can give you hat scratches, it's gonna be fine. Well, you could always sit with me. Not creepy or anything in here.
That grin's giving me the heebie-jeebies. Sounds like an even worse option. You know, scoot back and make some room for me to sit.
Apologies for the trouble, but thank you for having me all the same.
Sebek. My word, I hadn't even thought of that option. Azur, why didn't you speak up when I wanted that seat?
Because he wanted to preserve his hearing, obviously.
I demand that someone other than Malleus let me sit in that. Oh my god. No matter whose lab you would take, it would be an hilarious sight. Are you aware just how tall you are? I suppose you have a point there. Then you can sit in my lap. I think that's rejected. How desperate are you? Absolutely not.
Sebek, don't pester them. You must a contest, and then you must accept the outcome with grace.
I beg your pardon, sir. My sincerest apologies. Come now, there's no need to mope. You can sit at the next table over. There's hardly any difference.
Go on, sit down. The show's starting.
Oh my god. He's such a child sometimes. Alright. Here we are. Okay. So, just take 10 lessons. Any lessons. Any lessons. Okay, well, I'll see you when I'm done. Gotta go do my 50 lessons. Be back in a second. Okay, we're finally back. Those 50 lessons did take a while, but let's go with Chapter 3, The Kindly Bell Ringer. Aww. Yeah, he was kind. Very much so. Woo! Party! Your attention, please! It's time to put down your work, leave your worries at the door and celebrate. Topsy-Turvy Fest.
Topsy-turvy? What, you're gonna set our heads or something?
The idea is that the participants' social standings are inverted, hence festival goers need not worry about titles or statuses. The weak become the strong, and everyone can play the part of a king. So you could call it an unceremonious ceremony.
Indeed. As such, everyone wears masks for the duration of the festival. Sensible enough. That way no one will recognize you and you can conduct yourself however you please. Oh yeah, I did notice people selling masks around town. There's something cool about seeing everyone looking all mysterious like that.
Yeah, partying sounds like a good time to me.
Roll does not approve. We all love Topsy-Turvy Fest, but the one who loved it the most of all was the kindly bell ringer.
Who's that?
Have you truly never heard of him? Malleus has, apparently.
Nope.
Grim, did you not even read a little about Fleur City before coming?
If it ain't food, I ain't interested.
You know, your one-track mind is oddly reassuring. What's this? Have you never heard of the kindly bell ringer?
Never!
Really?
Really? That guy's talking to a hand puppet. Is he okay?
Why are you concerned? The puppet is clearly meant to evoke an ventriloquist's dummy.
Ventry what now?
The clown behind the puppet is basically dubbing over it. I mean, he's talking without moving his mouth, so it looks like the puppet is talking.
So he's talking to himself? Why would anyone do that?
It's an act. Now quiet down and watch. Since you don't know, then I will tell you the tale of the kindly bell ringer. Cannon begun on the stairs of Notre Dame. Who is the monster and who is the man? Oh, twist in here. Hey. Since you don't know, then I will tell you the tale of the kindly bell ringer. Our tale begins in a small city where a righteous judge lived. The righteous judge was fair and just. Everyone respected him and abided by his judgments. That's the personage Flama told us about at Noble Bell College.
Oh yeah, there was a big stone statue of him in front of the school, right?
So you remember? I'm surprised.
I ever said that? Of course I remember something I learned today.
But there was no one who adored him more than his own disciple, the kindly bell ringer.
Oh, so that guy on the horse had a student.
Indeed, the kindly bell ringer is beloved throughout the Shaftlands, much like the righteous judge. Neither rain nor wind would deter the bell ringer from ringing the bells to announce the time throughout the town. One day, disaster struck the peaceful city. You know, I've been wondering about this since I first heard anecdotes about the righteous judge. What exactly was this disaster? I tried looking into it before the trip, but I couldn't find any useful information. I should think not, since no one knows for certain. None of our literature goes into detail about it. The only writing I have on the matter is this. Disaster struck, enveloping the city in a shroud hued in the same as fiery crimson lotus. Crimson, Does that perhaps suggest a great fire? Oh yes, I understand fires can be devastating on land. It's a frighteningly powerful element. Plus, back in the old days, they didn't have any building codes or regulations, so the buildings were probably crammed way too close together. The fire must have been worse than anything we could imagine nowadays. The fiery crimson engulfed the city, throwing the people into terror and chaos. But the kindly bell ringer rang his bell and gave courage to the people. He then valiantly fought to protect the city.
Wow, Nita, what a brave man he was. Huh? So he was basically a cool, gallant guy. Sounds like me.
And they say the bell ringer upheld the righteous judge's teachings in everything he did. What devotion. They must have truly trusted each other. Oh boy. Just that Wonderland lore never ceases to amuse me. Yes, none of that would have happened if not for the righteous judge's exceptional character. And what did the kindly bell ringer love most of all? Topsy-Turvy Day. A long time ago when this festival was called Topsy-Turvy Day, the clownsfolk chose the bell ringer to be their king, and oh how they celebrated. What a wonderful man he must have been.
And what a wonderful celebration this is. Do you appreciate it more now?
Yup, yup. Absolutely. I appreciate it too.
We've got lots of fun in store, whether you're local or just visiting. It's time to kick off Topsy-Turvy Fest.
Woo!
Very nice.
Now some people in fluttery costumes are coming out.
Okay, who's ready for some Topsy-Turvy fun? Nice. Dancing time. That's some rather impressive tambourine playing. They move so fluently, with those scarves fluttering about. It's like they're floating on air. Extrovert energy. Too strong. Oh, idiot. It's traditional to perform a dance with scarves and tambourines at a show.
Hey, what's with the sparks that happen every time they shake the tambourines?
Those are a form of magical fireworks. Oh, then is everyone dancing a mage? No, most of them aren't. The sparks are produced by magical implements. The organizers work with mages to produce their magical tambourines. That way, anyone can use magic during Topsy-Turvy Fest. Interesting. So in keeping with the Topsy-Turvy theme, non-practitioners can use magic in a sense. They merely produce sparks, and you're all content with such trivial feats of magic. It would be so much more enjoyable if they performed grander feats. Yeah, a bit more dangerous too. What's fun about banging an instrument so old they might as well be fossils? I'd totally upgrade those. Yeah, not everything has to look like it's made out of metal. Rolo just explained they are traditional implements. Using the same ones is the point. It's not about the grandeur of the magic. What matters is that everyone can enjoy them. This insipid festival is nothing but a gathering of shameless magic-addled fools. I heard that. Okay. Did you say something just now, Flamme? I'm so sorry, I couldn't hear you over the din of the festival. Oh, it was nothing. I'm sure you'll learn much from experiencing the festivities at first hand. Come on, everybody, join in on the fun and get dancing.
Oh yeah, time to boogie. I'm gonna show you all my jaw-dropping dance moves.
Huh? The dance? Me? Please tell me you're joking. That's a hard note from me. Are you going to just sit there while everyone else is dancing? You'll stick out like a sore thumb, you know. Shroud, it would be impolite to remain seated when they've invited you to take part. Dude, it would be way more cringe if I danced. Are you all ready? Ah, let's tear it up, I'm in. It's gonna be fine, idiot. Let's go. Dancing time. And he's here. Fun. Get ready. Look at the Grim in the background. Ah, damn it. That's some cute dancing together. I love that the boys never like have any shame of dancing with one another. That's kind of cute. Very refreshing. And my god, I'm missing all those double spots. Oh well. Graham, Graham, are you fine? I don't think he's fine.
Okay! Spinning Grim! He became a Beyblade. Ah, he got some gems. Very nice. I will never say no to gems. A burst of fireworks. Chapter 5. I can't keep this up. All the spinning is making me dizzy.
Everyone's totally dazzled by me. Let's crank this party up! Hey, wait. Where did all the tambourine sparklies go?
Those tambourines are simply magical trinkets made specifically for the stands. I imagine the magic they were imbued with has run out. It's finally over. Well, everyone, what say we wrap up here and adjourn back to campus?
I don't wanna. I'm just getting started. Time to really spice things up. Yeah.
Grim? Oh man, here you go. Ah! Shocking. Oh, fireworks! Where are they coming from? They're so pretty and sparkly, way bigger than the ones from the tambourines.
Check it out, you know. Everyone's gotten gaga over my magic.
Grim, you should know better than to just fire off magic on the streets.
You're just jealous because everyone's impressed with me.
We are no such thing. Your antics risk my leech losing face. Okay, everybody, quiet down. Looks like some mischievous fledgling mage decided to gift us a little present. And hey, this festival only comes once a year, so let's forget all our cares and party down. Woo! That was so cool! Do the fireworks again! Come on, everyone, let's dance some more! Looks like all the festival goers are happy. Good for you, Grim. Professor Train will let you off the hook for using magic. Will he? Scratch that, he's totally peeved. I should think so. Someone as strict as Professor Train wouldn't just let you get away with breaking the rules. Poor Grim. He's gonna get the lecture for lifetime when we get back to Night Rerun. Still, the festival goers enjoyed it. There was a fine way to energize the event. Perhaps I could put on the performance I had prepared as well. Just realized they're all wearing their masks. Slow down, Malleus. You were planning to perform it at a ball, right? A special present has the most impact when offered at a special time. If you were to get carried away by the festivities and perform it now, you'd be spoiling half the fun. Would I? Yes, absolutely, trust me. No one else at our school can turn maximum profit for minimal effort like I can. You can trust them with profits. Personally, I kinda wish you'd just forget the whole thing. This again? You really don't know when to let something go. You're just going to have to deal with it. Then I'll take your advice, Ashen Grotto. Instead, I'll offer a more modest blessing of fireworks. Yay! A gift from Malleus himself. You should prostrate yourself in gratitude, humans! Everyone's enjoying the festivities. This is wonderful. Allow me to help Malleus. A gift, huh? I don't really love just giving away stuff, even if it's not worth much. But hey, a little magic is a small price to pay for depth of gratitude. Here goes! Ah, look at them doing magic. Oh, they're actually talking. Looks like the Night Raven College boys are the ones setting up all those fireworks. What a perfect time for me to join in with my little whimsical magic of my own. Check it out. Chanya, no, you know better than that. And then again, if it's making everyone happy, maybe I should do a little too. Yeah! Is this part of the social? Then let's help level things up. Oh, nice. Regardless of how this happened, I wouldn't want Night Raven to be outdone. Oh yeah, how dare you join in? Agreed. Let's show them what we're made of. And the crowd is so lively and full of smiles. Marvelous. Allow me to contribute as well. I suppose after getting the locals' hopes up, it would be poor form to disappoint them. Fine, I'll allow it as long as you remain on your best behavior. Certainly. I'll make sure to liven things up in an appropriate way.
House Warden, let's send off a big burst of fireworks together. Aw, that's cute. I love it.
Magic-addled fools, the lot of them. The sight of it all sickens me. What's the matter, Flammer? You should be enjoying the festivities as well. Malleus, you and many of your peers possess exceptional magical prowess. As such, you should be circumspect in how you use it. I hardly think such power is meant for arbitrary spectacles that inflame the public. As you say, I am indeed powerful. So am I not free to use it and bestow gifts upon the people as I see fit?
Different perceptions.
The people enjoy seeing our magic. That's sufficient enough reason for me. Come, you know, join us in the festivities. I'll be right over there.
Ah, I love Malleus looking out for us. It's very cute. Okay.
Magic is such a troublesome thing. Wouldn't you agree, you know?
Why's everyone depending on my opinion?
I can only imagine how arduous it must be to spend your days surrounded by a gaggle of rambunctious, foolhardy mages. The world would be much better off without magic and the chaos it brings. Surely you must have had similar thoughts.
I mean, we had overbloods and stuff, so you're not entirely wrong, but I think also if we get like the mental and therapy aspect under control, it's a fine. Also, magic is what makes things so fun. Fun. You actually enjoy all of this ridiculous horseplay. Listen, one of my favorite characters is Floyd. I do think it's fun.
Oh, how terrible. Your mind's clearly been poisoned by the mages around you. You'll see soon enough that magic is not something to be lionized.
Lionized? Leona will have a talk with you.
Hey, you know, you've got better things to do than stand around. Check this out. I call it the Great Grimm's Ultra Deluxe Golden Mega Fire.
Ooh, nice.
It worked.
What amazing fireworks. The festival this year is something else. Keep the fireworks coming, mages, and I want to see everybody dance.
All these foolish mages.
Yeah, Rollo is not okay with this. Not at all. Okay. Ooh, nighttime. Chapter 6, Our President. Nighttime. Beautiful.
That sound.
Alas, the nighttime bell has rung. It's time for a delightful festival to come to an end. Did everyone have some topsy-turvy fun? Yeah, it was very fun, yay! You're always welcome to come back again. We'll see you at next year's Topsy-Turvy Fest. Woo! Boy howdy, my cheeks hurt from laughing so much. All the locusts look like they had a blast. What a great festival. Attention all arcane academies attending the social. It's time to return to Noble Bell College.
I don't see Flammer around.
President Rollo already went back to school. I'm sure he's making preparations to welcome everyone.
I see. I feel bad putting him to so much trouble.
Considering how many mages you're hosting, it must have taken a great effort to get things ready for today alone. Yeah, honestly it did. And our president's been especially busy. He's worked harder than any of us to make the social happen.
Say what? So Rollo's the kind of guy who looks all chill and detached, but who secretly wants to make friends?
Sure. No, actually, he generally prefers to keep to himself. I was surprised when he brought up the idea of a social. I'm sure he did this all to open up new learning opportunities for us. He's strict with everyone, including himself, but he's very diligent. He's also self-disciplined and discreet. His grades are outstanding. He's got magic in space and he's truly imaginative. Every student at Noble Bell College looks up to President Rollo. Meanwhile... Uh-oh. Ridiculous. All of it. Magic? A blessing? A gift? Fun? Lies. All of them. Utter tribes spewed by complete fools. Otherwise, what am I doing this for? But I won't dwell on it. The suffering will finally be over soon enough. The time has come. Like these flames, they will engulf everything, and I shall right the sorry state of affairs. Oh boy. I can hardly wait. Oh boy. Yeah, I have a feeling he might be planning something, but, you know, not so sure about that. Okay. Chapter 7. Ooh, fight. That distinctive ring. Interesting. Silver and Sebek. You want some fire. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a masquerade team. So we're going to take Sebek, which I probably don't have. Then we're going to get Silver in the party as well, obviously. And here we are. So, I'm going to use this team for the time being. I also have Rook. We might change him up. Might change it up from time to time. I didn't really roll on any banners last year because, like I said, I was broke. So, yeah. Alright, let's see.
Oh, I'm beat after putting on that big show. I just want to go do my room and pass out.
You must wait. One of the students here asked all social participants to assemble in this hall.
I think other students from the other schools are here too. Perhaps they're going to give us our schedule for tomorrow. Huh? Bell. Is that the Bell of Solace?
It must be. There's no mistaking that distinctive ring. I thought the bell only rang at morning, noon, and night, and the nighttime bell has already rung.
So why is it ringing this late? Is there some sort of flame in the corner of the hall?
It looks like a flower, actually.
Oh look, there's a bunch of pretty red flowers by those pillars. I don't remember them being there when we first arrived. They're beautiful. I've never seen anything like... Whoa! Whoa! They're down.
The dead guy just touched the floor and collapsed?
What's happening? I'm getting dizzy. Oh boy!
The students near those flowers are fainting, one right after another.
And more flowers are popping up at an alarming rate. I don't know if it's just me or what. I'm feeling kinda lightheaded. It's not just you. I'm having a dizzy spell too, it seems. It appears that people closest to the flowers are fainting the fastest.
What a sinister glow they have. It's enough to give me pause. Is it possible? Am I actually frightened by these tiny blooms?
Is that not an emotion you're familiar with?
These propagating flowers are climbing up my leg. What is this? Strength fading. The more they cover me, the fainter I feel. I fear I may be...
Mayas! Oh, you're right. I get these flowers off immediately. Sit tight, please. Ghastly plans! How dare you swarm our leash! Be gone and wilt!
Silver, Sebek, You came through for me. He's smiling. Please step back and allow us to handle this, Malleus. Mere weeds dare to harm the great Malleus? My magic shall obliterate you. Fighting time. Okay, let's go. Ooh. Okay. Woo. So, what do we have here? Sebek and silver. Because story appropriation and stuff. Ooh, my silver's pretty strong. I think I leveled him a lot. So then we go for Riddle and Ruggy. Okay, then we get Ruggy and Sebek. Very nice. And go Deuce. Nice job. Very nice. Chapter 8. Firelotuses. Oh yeah, stuff is going down. With our plans. What in the world? The flowers just absorbed Sebek's magic. The more spells we fire off, the more empowered they become. Their color, the way they glow, it's almost like fire. Careful, Yana! There are flowers sprouting up behind you! Yana, get away! We won't make it in time. No! Oh god! And... well... oh. Hmm? So nothing's happening. I'm fine.
What? They ain't doing anything? Great, you had me worried over nothing.
You were worried, that's cute. So, you alright, you know? Aha, I have it. Everyone put away your magical pants. Huh? But won't these flowers harm us if we do that? Apple, we must listen to our vice professor. Silver and Sebek, that goes for you as well. Do as Train says. Yes, sir. The flowers aren't multiplying as fast now that our pens are away.
No, watch out! Everybody get back!
Oh! Oh no! Roi de Neige! Oh no! He fell defending us! That's either a big fandom moment for Rook or also very tragic. Rilla, stick behind me. You too, card soldier. Don't just stand there. Chenya, I never asked you to cover me. I can fight. That's actually a nice expression on Chenya. We never saw that before.
We're all aspiring mages going to school on the same island. You gotta help each other out.
The heroes sacrifice themselves.
Get out, or I distract them.
It's no use. We can't defend against these flowers. They've already surrounded us. It's a disaster. We must notify President Rollo. Stay away from me! My mage is trying to fend off the flowers with magic or getting totally overrun and collapsing. Can't draw any definitive conclusion from just this. It's a pretty safe hypothesis is to say these flowers will respond to magic. Everyone, gather around me and listen carefully. Whatever you do, don't even think about using magic right now. Do you know what these flowers are, Professor? I don't want to believe it, but given their fiery appearance and ability to absorb magic, there can be no doubt. These are Firelotuses. Firelotuses? I've never heard of such flowers. Are they common on land? No, it's the first I've heard of them too. And I know I'd remember if I'd seen one. I can hardly blame you for not knowing about them. Even I didn't recall them immediately. They're plants that thrive on all manner of magical energy.
Even when you say all magical energy, does that mean...
Yes, that includes the magical energy of mages such as ourselves.
What?
When they sense magic, they reach out their vines much like other plants reacting to the sun. Then they grow roots and absorb the magic. They'll continue to sap a mage's magical energy. It serves as a nourishment to help them bloom. And once they absorb the last of the mage's energy, the mage loses their magic permanently.
Ooh! Oh, that's not great. They lose their magic? What? Dude, that's like a final boss right there. That must be the most OP enemy in all of Twisted Wonderland. There's a plant that horrifying growing on land? Wait, this doesn't make sense. If a plant that dangerous existed, surely we would have learned about it in school.
Firelotuses went extinct centuries ago. As I understand it, people back then banded together to eradicate the entire species in light of its danger. Nowadays, books on the history of magic give the plants only a passing mention as an old legend.
Precisely. That's our Malleus. Your erudition knows no bounds.
That guy just never stops.
But what's an extinct plant even doing here? Why is there so much of it?
That would be a better question for him.
Him?
So you're still standing. I suppose your wretched academy's reputation is deserved after all.
Yeah, it's you!
Yep. I wonder who brought those plants into this school. Chapter 9, at long last. But yeah, that's some very dangerous flowers for our boys. Jesus.
So you're still standing. I suppose your wretched academy's reputation is deserved after all.
Yeah, it's you! Rolo! Hey, no fair standing up where the flowers can't get you!
Was all of this your doing, Flamme?
Indeed. What an astute observation, considering what utter fools you are. But what did you just call us? You wish me to say it again? Utter fools, all of you. Well, you can scarcely imagine how hard it was to contain my laughter as I watched you blithely indulge in your merrymaking, completely ignorant of all the Firelotuses I was setting out. My, that was quite a predictable villain line, you know. Silence! You're the villains here! And what's more, you flaunted your magic and mesmerized the good citizens with it. Mages cannot be suffered to exist. But worry not. I shall bring salvation to incorrigible villains like yourselves. I shall engulf the world in the fiery crimson of these flowers, and strip every mage in Twisted Wonderland of their magic.
Say what?
And there he is, folks, the secret mastermind who was controlling the final boss all along. But what kind of mastermind jumps the gun and shows up this early? Dude has like zero patience. Oh, idiot. Could you not right now? You're ruining the moment.
Strip us of our magic? But then I wouldn't be able to become a great mage. That ain't cool.
What reason could you possibly have for this?
Were these plans to spread, Briar Valley would not escape unscathed. Regardless of Flamme's motivations, I cannot stand by and let this happen. Ugh. This is exactly why you're all utter fools. How dare you! 3 times now you've called Malleus an utter fool! I've had it with you. Time to teach you some manners. Agreed. Rhoda Flemmer, prepare for battle. We can stop you without magic. I'm never a fan of the brute force option, but I suppose there's no alternative when our foe can't be reasoned with. Yeah, can't just ignore an invasive plant species. I'm gonna put a stop to this before it spreads out of control. What's so amusing? Oh, you're far too late for that. My plan is already well underway. When a bell of solace rang for an unprecedented 4th time tonight, it suffused the city with magic. The Firelotuses aren't only in the school, they spread throughout the city and are sapping the energy from every mage living here. They spread throughout the city? Everyone look outside. Uh-oh. Oh, well. Yeah, about that. That doesn't look great. My word, what a sight! Flowers are glowing brighter and brighter at the expense of all the people. While the flowers harbor no ill will, we could not possibly call them beauty. I thought you were an honorable guy, but no, just dirty, low-down punk. It's on now, you come down so we can throw down. There's delinquent mode activated. You Nightwave college students are the only mages here still standing. What could you possibly hope to accomplish by yourselves? By all means, struggle and fight. You'll curse your own impotence soon enough. What was that noise? Oh, what noise? I didn't hear anything. I definitely heard something. It's a faint, mechanical sounding. Whoa, it's getting louder. Huh? Allow me to invite you to someplace more fitting, so you can channel your energies appropriately.
Yeah, that floor is gone. I'm falling.
Oh, oh well. He even has a trapdoor like a proper villain. Help! Oh. You know. Look how sweet did. Adorable. Kinda nice. You know, I mean terrifying, but kinda nice. So anyway. We'll finally be rid of it. And those accursed mages, with Malleus Draconia foremost among them, they'll all be finished. Enjoy your time now below, though I think you'll find it quite draining. Long last, I shall finally mete out my justice. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, someone is a very big magic hater, which makes sense in the context of the story. Oh boy, more fighting. Chapter 10. Getting rid of plants. Ooh. Ooh, both of those. Okay. I will use Azul, because I think Azul pretty cool. Okay. Azul, and perhaps I'm gonna switch out Ragi, or actually... Okay, let's go. Oh boy!
Yeah, I'm falling.
I must protect my students. Everyone brace for impact. Huh.
Ow. Yep, landed right on my butt. Is everyone alright? I think I'm okay. I'm glad everyone's okay. Looks like those who couldn't handle their own landing are unharmed thanks to Professor Train. Nicely done, Professor. Naturally, I landed fine on my own by applying a bit of wind magic. Is this really the time to be sucking up? Uh-oh. I see the Firelotuses have reached here as well. Where are we anyway? There are way more flowers down here. They're covering everything. It's as if the ground is on fire. So what's his plan? Drop us into a pit of flowers to drain us quicker? How cowardly can one human be? We have to do something about the flowers. We cannot let them get malleus again. But they grow by absorbing magic. You can't use magic to destroy them. How will you handle them? It might not occur to you, considering the abundance of magic you were born with. But non-mages have their own methods for getting rid of plants. Getting rid of plants? Oh, I think I see what you're getting at.
Wanna fill in the rest of us?
I think what he means is... Why are we whispering?
Uh-huh, okay. Well, that's simple enough. Even I can do that.
It's a laborious task, but it needs doing. Alright, is everyone ready? Let's go! Ba, 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 ba.
If you don't want these plants to suck up all our magic, then it's time to get picking.
Yeah, pick all the plants. Okay. Oh boy. Alright. So, what do we have here? Let's go for Azul. And, Rook.
始めようかいかがでしょう次はないよガッガッ
And for this one, how about...
あれが獲物かいどうしたさあ捕まえた
As for this one, a little bit too much water in this team. Ah, that's fine apparently. Oh boy. Hmm.
いいだろうわかりましたお安くしておきますよそ見かほら
Okay.
なるほどな
And deuce.
行くぞゴタゴタ抜かすな
Yeah, nice. Okay. Nice job.
これは大健闘でしたね
Chapter 11. Your form's all wrong. Okay, what do we have this time? We want water plant. So let's go with Edia. Yeah, I think that's fine. Let's go.
My paws hurt from pulling off with these plants.
I typically prefer picking stalks, not stalks. Oh man. Ouch. I must say, doing weeding at my age wreaks havoc on my back.
This is a new experience for me. I never knew picking plans was such a taxing endeavor. And every time I think I have things well in hand.
Melius, look out! More flowers at your feet. It's nerve-wracking to constantly make sure you don't get entangled, not to mention time-consuming.
Yeah, I'm about at my limit too. My stamina meter's gonna bottom out before my MP does.
Come on, guys, you gotta pull your legs. Your form's all wrong. Those stems ain't gonna come loose if you all keep stooping down with your backs. Get down on the dirt. Oh, those two. Well, desperate times call for desperate measures. What? I won't be outdone by any human. And more fighting. I love that Reggie and Apple are completely prepared for this. Alright, so let's see here. Idia. And Rerun. Okay, now. What do we want? Let's go Rook and Idia. Nice. Make the right call. Okay, here we want Silver and Rook. As for you, 2 and roll. Alright, we're almost done. There we go. Very good. Nice job. Okay, some masks and... Chapter 12, like moths to the flame. Have we cleared the area? I've done reading before, but it still wears me out. Guys, there's a train still crouching on the ground over here. Yes? You're right. Are you okay, Professor? Back's too stiff. Can't get up. Jeez, a few weeks and you guys are crying uncle? The smallest kids would handle this kind of job back in the slums.
I'm so worn out. I didn't have the energy to get annoyed at your weird reading flags.
Yep. I'm with you guys. I used to do reading all the time in the orchards back home. But these Firelotuses have long, strong roots. Ain't no garden variety weeds. Indeed they are not. Uprooting even one is an arduous task. You said that people eradicate these plants long ago. How did they achieve that feat?
Their methods have not been passed down in our lore. But considering how swiftly these flowers multiply, I doubt they did it by picking them one by one.
To think that a plant species could propagate so quickly even down here with no sunlight. What about us in bloom? Ah, I see light at the end of the tunnel. I believe it leads outside.
I'd like to find out where we are. Let us step outside and see.
Yeah, it's the waterway.
Yeah, the moon's so bright.
This is... the same waterway we visited earlier today.
So we dropped from Noble Bell Lecture Hall into the underground waterways.
Waterways? Oh yes, I read that there is a network of underground channels across the whole city. So this is one of them. Noble Bell College looks to be right above us. If I were to hazard a guess, I would say Rolo kept the Firelotuses prepared for his plan in this very waterway.
You would have needed ample time and resources to revive an extinct flower. This area is concealed from you and close to the school. It would have been easy to hide the plants here. If this was where the flowers started growing, it would make sense that the waterway is teeming with them. I don't know where Rolo got his hands on the seeds of an extinct plant. But boy, talk about a classic villain move. That guy does not disappoint. Why are you amused by that? What's with these flowers? It just popped up out of nowhere. Someone help! My family's covered in red flowers and they won't wake up! No, stay back! Ah! I can hear the townsfolk screaming. It's late. Most people would be winding down for the night. They were probably caught completely unawares. Other mages in town must be getting attacked. This is so frustrating. I don't get it. Why is Rolo so angry with mages? Or maybe I should ask what happened to make him feel this way. How should we know? And why should we care? Since he views mages with such disdain, does that mean he hates himself? He's one of us too. Of course, the logic of such a twisted human being would elude us. Given the depths of his hatred, I suppose the social was all part of his diabolical scheme as well. What? Yeah, he probably planned this from the very beginning. It only makes sense. While we don't know the reason why, Rolo clearly despises mages. He must have planned to use the Firelotuses to disempower students from every arcane academy in one fell swoop. And we walked right into his trap, blissfully ignorant all the while. Like moths to the flame, huh? From where Rolo was standing, he must have looked like a bunch of brainless worms. Yes, as much as it chagrins me to admit. He was right. We were complete and utter fools. Okay, but like... I kinda think he was targeting Malleus from the start. Yeah, he has a particular disdain for Malleus, it seems. Especially since he invited him personally. Oh boy. Chapter 13. What an anguished cry. Okay, but like... I kinda think he was targeting Malleus from the start. It's entirely possible. Malleus is foremost among the mages at our school, and the rest of the world, really. It wouldn't surprise me if the social was a smokescreen, orchestrated for the sole purpose of bringing down Malleus. So this whole time, the social was just bait. Catch the biggest fish of all, Malleus. Well, I don't think he's amused by that. Especially since he was invited and now, he was actually really looking forward to this. I believe you both made your point abundantly clear. You can stop hammering it home now. Malleus, are you okay? He's been frowning this whole time. I can't blame him. I mean, you could say that we were all dragged into this mess because of him. Maybe he feels responsible. This whole discussion about Rolo's intention is pure speculation on our part. Even if it was true, Malleus has broken no rules. He has no reason to feel guilty. I know how that sounds, but for Mr. Zero EQ, Taskmaster Riddle, it's not just empty consolation. He'd perhaps say the same thing if he were in Malleus' shoes. True, though I don't get the sense Riddle or Malleus are that upstanding. Something that just wouldn't make either of them feel guilty. Malleus? Oh, there are flowers behind Malleus. More of them? But pestiferous plants. Malleus, get away! Oh, why are you smiling? Malleus? Now I see. Everything he said was a lie. He's really pissed about that. He's really pissed. He was not invited to a party. Oh, this is very bad. Malleus is angry. Angry? I thought he was sad. The social, the personal invitation to me. It was all pure deception. A ploy to lure me into a trap. You'll pay for this. You will pay, Rollo Flamme. Ooh. Ooh, well, oh jeez, he's big mad. There, you see? Remind me who spotted the silly notion that he was a sucker who felt guilty. Ah, Roi de Dragon, what an anguished cry he has. It makes my own heart tremble. I don't think that's your heart trembling, it's literally the ground. Malleus was overjoyed to be personally invited to the social. He insisted on making extra preparations and reading everything he could about Fleur City. Oh! Yeah! He was so excited! He was so excited about this. Yes, and he eagerly counted down the days until our trip for marking them on his calendar. He was so excited for this! Now all his hopes have been dashed. His sorrow must be unfathomable. What a heart-rending sight. We're in mortal danger, that's what he's mad about? I thought I'd been issued a genuine invitation. You shall pay dearly for this. I mean, you know, Maz, do you need a hug? I'm gonna invite you to my birthday party. I'm also gonna roll for your card. Gonna invite you to my roster, you know? It's gonna be fine. Oh man. Marius is at the same time precious and terrifying. So, chapter 14. Say it isn't so. Calm down, it's gonna be fine, we're all with you.
Oh, my Fleur's standing on end. It's Static City over here.
It's radiating so much power, I can't move. Feels as though anyone who took a step forward and right now would get sent flying back. Malleus. Seize this at once, Draconia. All this power will draw in more flowers. Keep cool, Hornton. Look, more flowers, scores of them. Malleus, please stop. You're putting all of us in danger. These weeds. That boy. They will all rue the day they mocked me. He's so pissed. Oh boy.
I kicked up so much dirt I got a bunch of it in my mouth. Yeah, I can't see without his dust.
What incredible power. Deuce, everyone, are you alright? Yeah, I think so. But what about Malleus? After that burst of power, the flower must have devoured him. Oh no. No! Say it isn't so! Malleus! Aw, don't cry! What? What? Oh? You're safe? I'm perfectly fine, as you can see.
Jeez, don't scare us like that.
How could you be fine after all those flowers swarmed you? My word. Everyone, look around, Malleus. What's this now? The Firelotuses are... wilted? I'm glad we're all safe and sound, but... Draconia! How could you forget yourself in a fit of pique? Have I not repeated the outline how Nightwave college students are expected to always remain calm and maintain proper decorum? Ah, my liege is safe! So much for calm. How if anything happened to you? I don't know what I would have done! Malleus,
I must ask that you never give in to your anger and expose yourself to danger like that again. You had me so worried, huh, Dawn? But also, I'm glad you're okay.
When I saw the rest of you in a panic, it helped calm me down somewhat.
Mental note. Never make Malleus mad, like, ever. Yep. It's all a bit of a hint of what I can do in Book 7.
Agreed.
I like being alive, thank you very much.
But why did the flowers wilt?
Draconia, care to explain what you did?
It wasn't intentional. I simply unleashed my full magical might.
It wasn't intentional? But the Firelotuses' leaves are clearly dropping. Some of them have yellowed as well. Something damaged them. I've seen similar things happen to plants back home in the Scalding Sands. Temperature's drastically different during the day than it is at night. When someone settles a plant during the day and forgets to bring them in at night, a frost forms on them and they wilt like this. Frost, you say? Considering Malleus's power, it's possible. Perhaps you froze them when you unleashed your might.
I don't recall doing anything of the sort.
Then how? You know, I think I know what happened.
What was that, Felmir? Have you identified the cause?
Yes sir, I think so. The same thing happened to some veggie seedlings I was growing back home. Going by just the symptoms, it looks like frost had gotten them, like Jamir described. But when I looked into it more, I found it out it wasn't frost at all. The seedlings had wilted because of fertilizer burn.
Fertilizer burn?
Yep, too much fertilizer can mess with a plant's roots. It can cause them to decay or get all misshapen. I bet the roots of these flowers look the same. See here?
The roots of the flower you just pulled out are blackened and disintegrated.
Exactly. I think that's what wilted our Firelotuses. Très bien! What fantastic knowledge you've shown, Apple. I couldn't be more proud of my fellow dormmate. It's just cause I grew up on an orchid around lots of plants and stuff. I beg to differ. It was an incisive insight drawn from personal experience. Fine work, Felmir. The Firelotuses absorb all kinds of magic. In this case, they eagerly devoured all the power Draconia radiated. And as a result, they became overnourished and decayed naturally. Well, that makes dealing with them way easier. If our esteemed companion here just unleashes one of his absurdly powerful spells, he could make all the Firelotuses in town wilt all at once, right?
Sounds easy enough to me.
I'm afraid that's not feasible. Unfortunately, most of my power was absorbed during our initial encounter with the flowers in the lecture hall.
What? Oh no! So much for that solution. Chapter 15, Oddly Reassuring. Are you alright, sir?
I'm not under any great strain, but it will take longer than usual for me to cast spells. When you fell into the waterway, I tried to safeguard you now as my friend can't use magic.
Aww. Thanks for that, by the way.
But I couldn't control my magic as normal. I couldn't even alleviate as I usually can. It would take some time for me to recover. My power alone won't be enough to eliminate the Firelotuses in the city as things stand.
Makes sense. Those flowers aggroed Malleus right away in the lecture hall. Yes, it's only because he's Malleus that he's still standing right now. Any other mage would have long since been sucked dry if that many flowers had gotten to them at once. Those wretched plants' impertinence knows no bounds. It might not be feasible with just Malleus, but what if we all combine our magic? Who, us? Are you serious? Okay, let me give you a metaphor. If Malleus's magical power is a 25-meter pool, each of ours would be a water bottle. No, not even that. We'd be bottle caps worth.
The rest of us combined couldn't reach half his power. Pooling our magic for some fancy combo attack? Please, we're a drop in the bucket compared to him. I wouldn't describe my power that generously. No, he's right. You possess immense power, Malleus. We could never hold a candle to you. So happy about it. Yeah. This isn't a competition, but the point does stand. Then I guess we gotta stick to beating him the old-fashioned way. Out of the question. It was hard enough to clear the ones around here. We couldn't cover the whole city. We'd never be able to keep up with how fast they spread that way. The flowers would swarm us in a second. It'd be like laying a banquet for them. Then what else can we do? Oh, what if we burn them without using magic? That would take care of them fast, right? You know how far they spread throughout the town? If we set them on fire, the flames will spread and burn the whole city. That'd be just as bad. Instead of flowers, just fire. Oh, right. Can't we ask Night Reverend College and other outside the city for help? There are still unconscious students in the lecture hall, you know. Their magic is being sapped as we speak. If we don't act fast, the flowers will drain them of their magic completely, and they'll never regain it. Judging by how rapidly I could feel my own power being drained. We have hours at most. We can't afford to wait for help. We cannot allow one man's nonsense to deprive those young students of their futures. We have to do something. I don't know. I mean, I personally couldn't care less what happens to Royal Sword God. I want Genya to survive. And Rook wants Nate to survive, probably. Yeah, they kind of brought it on themselves. We could just go home right now. Yeah! You fools! Don't you realize we are still even standing? It's because Royal Sword made students sacrifice themselves so you could make it out unscathed. Think that you would turn your backs on them so easily. Where did I go wrong in teaching you? I've always espoused the importance of decorum, and yet...
Oh, Train's crying.
Dude, apologize to him, Ruggy. You were just as bad, idiot. Wait, me? What you said was way worse. You're both terrible. There are many victims left unconscious with the flower indiscriminately draining their magic. Right now the blooms are still within the city limits, but they will spread further before long. And when that happens, we'll endanger those we care about. Professor Train's right. It falls to us to wipe out the Firelotuses. Yes, I suppose so. While I also don't care about anyone from Royal Sword Academy. I can't stand the notion of leaving a debt unpaid. Okay, fair. It would bug me a ton if those sparkly normies saved us and we didn't even it up. Yeah, the heroes. You're totally right, Azul. You gotta pay back debts in kind. That's the spirit. The last thing I need is them invoicing us for our medical expenses because they saved us. Azul, always thinking about economy and the money. Besides, gentlemen, think about it. We could have a whole bevy of mages in our debt. Oh man. Yep. Jade and Floyd would be proud. At least you have a story to tell me when you come back. How could we possibly let such a golden opportunity slip through our fingers? Here we go with Azul's bizarre idea that it's okay to take an L to get some kind of dub out of it. That's not a healthy mindset, you know. Bizarre? I resent that. I only do this sort of thing when I expect an ample return. It's called an investment. It's oddly reassuring how your priorities never change, Azul. I share all of your sentiments. I haven't the slightest intention of walking away from this affair. I won't be satisfied until I can strike down Rodoflamme for deceiving me. You really took it to heart. Absolutely. I couldn't possibly leave the city until he growls before you and begs your forgiveness, my liege. Agreed. We need to teach Rollo that what he's doing isn't right. Except for the only wholesome one. So let's put our heads together and think of a plan to save everyone. Save. Something about that word is nagging me.
Huh? What's up, you know?
I take it you've connected the dots as well, you know. You're all making this much harder than it needs to be. The fastest way to eradicate the Firelotuses is to inundate them with magic until they're willed. But as we've established, our group doesn't have the power to do that on our own. So we just use an alternate power source. Alright, chapter 16, Real Convincing Book. The fastest way to eradicate the Firelotuses is to inundate them with magic until they're willed. But as we've established, our group doesn't have the power to do that on our own. So we'll just use an alternate power source. But who could we turn to for such power when practically all the mages in the city are incapacitated? And there are few mages with magical reserves on par with our own. We'd have to gather hundreds of them. I'm surprised you still don't get it. Yeah, there's something that can help us. Sounds like a bell. Dude, Malleus, you're powerful and all, but seriously. A magic pool is the be-all and end-all to you? Didn't tag you as an Unga Bunga brute force kind of guy. Oh, you call him a monkey? Did you just mock my liege? Look, I mean, come on. If you can't do something yourself, wouldn't you normally use a tool of some kind to get a job done? Isn't using tools to make things easier the mark of intelligent life? Tools? They're a real handy one, begging to be used, you know? A magical artifact that sends magic all over the city. All over the... Ah! The Bell of Solace. Bingo. Remember what Wooler said when he first got attacked in the lecture hall? And a Bell of Solace rang for a fourth time. So who used the city with magic? Cue smug face emoji. Normally the bell rings 3 times a day. So Rolo rang it a 4th time to amp up the magic and make the flowers grow like wildfire. Of course, you're right. All the flowers popped up in the lecture hall immediately after the bell rang, which means... Now you got it. 1 extra ring is enough to make the flowers grow super fast. So if you ring it a bunch and fill the city with even more magical power... What do you think is gonna happen to all those precious flowers you spent so long carefully cultivating? Whoa! Smart. The city would become even more saturated with magic, and the flowers would get overwhelmed and wilt. To think what causes them to flourish would also be their demise. It's exactly like Helper's description of a fertilizer burn. So we'll supply the necessary magic with a tool rather than our own power. It's true that I normally never consider that kind of option. There are very few instances where my magic isn't sufficient for the task. I wish I could say that once in my life. Yep. Very well. Let us head for the Bell of Solace and ring it right now. I think not. All of you are to wait here. Huh? I will climb the bell tower and ring the Bell of Solace. Are you okay? Is your back okay? Since we've cleared this area of Firelotuses, it's safer than anywhere else. All of you stay here until the bell has rung. Professor Drain, you shouldn't strain yourself. Yeah. What do you mean by that? He's been stooped over this whole time. My father does the same thing when his back hurts. Wait, so he hurt his back? Must have been from all the reading. I have not.
Yeah, real convincing, boob.
Professor, why would you push yourself like that? You should have told us you're in pain.
Yeah, as his pride as a professor, it's only natural he wouldn't want his students to see him in a moment of weakness.
So you're just trying to save face? Come on, Professor, pride ain't worth a single star cent.
But... the Bell of Solace is on the top floor of the tower. The way up is bound to be infested with Firelotuses. It will be dangerous getting up there. You make our case for us, Train. You would climb the stairs far too slowly since you're in pain. The flowers would consume you in seconds. Allow us to handle this.
Please do. We're not afraid of the danger. We've learned from the best after all.
Ugh, I don't like where this is going. This is gonna end with us having to climb the tower, isn't it?
Yep. Again, let's go. It's a good plan, though. Very nice. Where shall I begin? Chapter 17.
This is strangely reminiscent of the story of the righteous judge and the kindly bell ringer. I'm sure the righteous judge was incredibly worried when the kindly bell ringer was trying to avert a catastrophe. But he chose to have faith in his dear pupil and let him go, and so the city was saved. As your teacher and chaperone, I much prefer it if you didn't endanger yourselves. But I suppose I must have faith, as that great man once did. You can rest assured that we shan't disappoint.
Very not, Professor, for I shall protect Malleus. That's the most important part. Mind giving us a little of that protection too?
I'm sorry for Sebek's lack of manners. You'll have my protection, of course.
Aww. Look at Silver being reliable.
It's fine. We should all be looking out for ourselves anyway.
That's how I prefer it. If you're worried, Draggy, you could always stay behind with Professor Train. None of us would hold it against you. Oh, in that case maybe I should... Nope! I wasn't speaking to you. As a house warden, it's your responsibility to help.
Actually, I'll be going to aid the mages in town once you set off.
Wait, what?
But the city's overrun with flowers. It's too dangerous.
Professor, you hurt your back, did you not? You should lie down and put some ice on it. I suddenly feel decades older. Don't worry, climbing those stairs might be too much for me, but I can handle getting rid of some flowers. Professor, I know you're quite capable, but I do question whether you'll really be safe in town.
Well, if all of you are that concerned, you know, Grim?
Huh?
You know, since you have no magic pool to speak of, the flowers present no danger to you. And Grim, you're nimble and could easily avoid these flowers. I'd like both of you to join me in helping the townspeople.
Okay, sure.
Aw, man. You're really asking me? I don't know.
Sure, gotta take care of my elders after all. I like Train. He's great.
I don't care for your wording there, but I choose to believe you meant well.
I do.
That just leaves you, Grim.
Hey, Grim. Are you gonna let Yanel hog all the spotlight? If the three of you save the city, you'll probably be celebrated as heroes like the kindly bell ringer. Isn't that right, Yanel? I can hear the cheers now. Squeak! Grim's the coolest who ever lived.
Okay. We all know it's true, but you're making me blush. Oh, fine. Guess someone's gotta bail out Trickety old Train and my henchhuman.
Oh boy, so it's either go for the bell or help in town. Both sound rough. In that case, I guess I better sucker it up and stick with Team Bell Tower.
Oh well, I appreciate your change in attitude, but why choose us? More human shields, I mean, the more people there are, the better my odds of survival. Yeah, we heard that.
Exactly what I expected from you, Ruggy.
Never disappoint. Oh boy.
You know what? I can respect how Ruggy always looks out for number one. I'm not looking forward to tangle with those stairs again, but I'm thinking along the same lines. Might as well come with. I'm coming as well. There's no telling what kind of grief I'd get later if I just stayed here.
Besides, I can't let that smarmy villain get away with mocking us like that. Our school's honor's on the line. You bet I'm going with Bell Group. I don't run from fights. I'm gonna make sure that punk gets it. For everyone he's hurt.
Yeah, for sure. He's gonna regret springing a trap on us. I'll destroy every last Firelotus and wipe that smug smirk off Larissa's face.
Deuce, Apple, well said. Avenging every insult personally is the Night Ribbon College way. We shall crush Roller Flamme ourselves. Indeed.
Let us ring the bell of solace and reclaim the beautiful Fleur City. Alright everyone, listen up. Flammy used the bell of solace to propagate the flowers, so there's no way he hasn't considered this possibility. He's bound to be on the top floor of the tower, safeguarding the bell. He's an exceptional mage, so I advise you to proceed with extreme caution. You're not gonna lose to some coronate mage clinging to an extinct relic of a flower. Please don't assault us. Instead, I suggest you begin thinking of a suitable reward for when we all return. I will put a stop to all his schemes. Where shall I begin? Just you wait, Flamme. We'll face one another soon enough. Marius is really up here. Okay. Very good. Woo! And we're done with book 3. That took a whole lot longer than I was expecting. I think the first time this event played, we only got to like book 1 and then we had to wait a little bit. So I think they're releasing like more parts at once. It's also, I can see, okay, the stamp mission is going on until the 19th, so it's pretty long. So I guess the next part is going to release on the 20th. Yeah, which might actually be a two-parter in that regard. So because I think this recording is like pretty long, I might put it into 2 parts or maybe even 3 for one per book. So yeah, you'll see. You'll see once I cut it down. You probably saw it already. Okay, what an event! What an event indeed. So for those of you who like experienced this event for the first time, how do you like it? You think it's cool? And for those of you who've already seen it, do you think it still holds up? I think it still holds up. Alright. And with that, I'm going to end this episode here. I will thank you for watching, and I see you guys next time. Bye bye! Alright, I'm gonna choose some alternative dialogue options for book 3. There's a lot to do here, so let's see. Okay, I'm gonna see what's on the right. I think it was Malleus's option. Yeah, there was the stills. And then there was also a sub option, which would have been that sounds dangerous. Let's see. Agreed. I suggest you avoid endangering yourselves unnecessarily, since it wouldn't help you anyway.
If I still couldn't win, I'd throw Deuce in too.
Okay, the rest is the same. Alright, moving on. Okay, this time we're going to go... What's the tent over there? I think that was Azul's option. We had that before. Yep, that's the Hydro Walker. And then... this time I'm gonna say, it's nerve-wracking, isn't it? Absolutely. I don't see any safety nets down below. What if they fell? Then again, there's a trick to every show. Surely they have safety equipment that's just not as obvious. Yeah, let's hope so, Azul. But even with that knowledge, my palms are still getting sweaty just watching this. Yeah, the rest is probably the same. Okay. Okay, this time we're gonna check out what's on the left. Ooh! Ooh, dogs!
What? There's a dog on its hind legs leading around a human on all fours.
A dog walking its owner. At least that's the costume idea. Ah, it's less of a costume and more of a full-on mascot outfit. There are tons of others. A two-tailed horse whose head is second rear. Crawfish preparing to cook a chef. A ship being chased by a fish. That sounds like Octagonale stuff. Oh, honestly, what a fun lineup. I think it's funny. You actually like those bizarre get-ups? Yep. Got some strange tastes, you know. Oh, I get it. They're all role reversals. So then, for dog walking its own owner counts. Couldn't you two get into the show if you swapped roles?
I don't know. I wouldn't want you now leading me by the collar even if it was just for a show.
Yeah, you still think that you're my leader, eh? Wait a sec. If you're the one being led, then... Huh? He is so confused. He clearly meant the opposite, Graham. Okay, let's see what the other option was about. Okay, this time we're gonna say what an odd lineup. Right? You'd think if people were gonna go for the trouble of dressing up, they'd be superheroes or popular characters. Is that what you would do? Oh, I get it. They're all role reversals. Yeah, okay, that seems to be the same. Okay, this time we're going to go with Grimm's suggestion. What's going on with the tent up front?
Check it out, you know. They're playing instruments.
They've got a drum, some kind of violinish thing, and a bugle. You know how to play the bugle, dudes? I was wondering where the lovely music was coming from. Looks like we found it. It's so loud, it's hard to believe just 3 people are playing. Yeah. Oh, it makes me want to dance. Go!
Yeah, I was just getting into the groove too. La 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 la. Looks like everybody around the tent is dancing with their arms locked together.
They seem so friendly. Do they all know each other? No, and this festival has always made an effort to ensure everyone from all walks of life can enjoy themselves. And this time I'm gonna say, makes me want to sing!
Yeah, me too.
You must really be into the music if you're singing along with Grimm, you know. You know, have you not heard cats singing? Very nice. Okay, we're back at this option, and this time, instead of rock, paper, scissors, we're gonna... What if you draw straws? Oh, a simple and straightforward approach. Very well, Grimm. To battle!
And go.
What? Yeah, same thing happens. Okay. No matter what, Sebek will lose. Alright. Okay, we're back at this option, and this time we're going to be a little bit nicer to rule and say, I'm pretty much used to the chaos by now. You're used to it? Oh, you poor thing. I can't blame you for becoming numb to the absurdity after spending every day swimming in it. They just use their magic to lead people astray and cloud the eyes of the virtuous public. It's a sad state of affairs. But worry not. That state of affairs shan't last much longer. Okay, ominous. Okay, so for this option, we're going to take... I just love reading. What? I won't be outdone by any human. Like, this is not the time to be jealous. Oh boy. Okay, this time instead of calling Train an elderly, we're going to say, sign me up. Thank you. I'm sure everyone will be immensely grateful to you. That just leaves you, Grimm. And with that, we finish book 3.